So what brings you to wonderful Columbia, South Carolina?
Oh, just for work for the rest of the week.
Work. What kind of work do you do?
I work in like agricultural sales.
Agricultural sales. Okay. Where are your offices here in Columbia?
So they're outside of the city. Can't even like think of how to describe it. There's like a Chuck E. Cheese down the street.
Chuck E. Cheese. Fernandina? Is that the name of the road?
No, it's called like West Park Boulevard.
Yeah, I think that's right off Fernandina.
I think so. That might sound correct.
Yeah.
There's like a boat store and a fishing store and a gun store down the street.
That's it. Yeah, I know exactly where it's at. So the funny thing is, I give this guy a ride every once in a while. Works at that same building.
Okay.
And the building says Progressive on the side.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm giving him a few rides, and he's told me about the agricultural sales, and it's not like people coming in pickups, and they're coming in semis to get whatever it is they're coming in.
Yeah.
So,
it's like a meeting office building.
Yeah.
Oh man, I would love to know who works there that you give rides to.
Yeah, I can't remember his name right now. Kyle. His name was Kyle.
Okay.
Younger guy. And yeah, we've had a couple of conversations about he did some work for I think it was a moving company or a furniture supply or something. But he said somebody came in there and they stacked up a little Ford Ranger, the older ones, just like way high. He thought,
oh man,
not for sure it's gonna fall over.
No, it's a very interesting building. It says like Progressive on the side.
Yeah.
But like my company's in there as well, and so is FBI.
Yeah, and the Secret Service.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's an interesting array of people that are always outside that building.
Yeah, and I guess Progressive is not even any longer in the building, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that's what he said. It's funny.
No, it's our regional office, so
Okay.
I come down like once a month.
You work out of your house?
I do.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's nice. My wife works out of the home as well. And she loves it.
Yeah. So I have like a territory that I cover, but my office is my home.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
No, my wife doesn't have to travel for work much, but she definitely loves working from home.
Yeah.
Thanks to the pandemic, right?
Yeah.
That's what started it for her. They closed down her offices and everybody was working from home. And they're saving $1 million a year on the lease. So.
Yeah. Companies, I think, realized how beneficial it was on their bottom line to close down offices.
Especially for somewhere that doesn't have foot traffic,
Yeah.
as far as customers.
Yep.
So how large of an area do sales reps take care of?
So I'm a manager,
Okay.
like a product manager. So I cover Maryland to Maine.
Maryland to Maine. Okay, that's pretty good.
It's a pretty large territory.
Yeah. Several states.
But most of our like actual on the ground sales reps only cover like maybe a couple counties.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
A much smaller area.
What's the, if I could just pick your brain,
Yeah.
what's the largest single item that moves through that company? Like fertilizer, or is it seed, or?
It's actually kind of a hard one to answer. Like volume-wise or dollar-wise?
Oh, well, both. Give you both options.
Volume-wise would be fertilizer,
Okay.
but dollar-wise would be seed. I do seed.
Okay.
Yeah. So then there's like chemical side of it too, but that is not. It's probably just about in par with seed, sometimes a little bit less.
guess it's seed for food. Is what you guys sell? Or
Most of it is seed for feed or fuel systems. So
my wife is trying to do a garden. She
yeah.
started by seed, and it's like these little tiny sprouts came up, and then she planted them in the ground again.
Yeah, my area does a lot of like wheats or cereals, which goes for food.
Okay.
But most of the corn or soybean market goes for animal feed or like fuel production. It's an interesting time right now, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, soybeans is becoming one of the major fuel sources, so there's kind of a change in the dynamic.
As opposed to corn?
Yes, yep.
So I guess they're making that ethanol type stuff out of the soy now?
No, so the ethanol is still the corn. The soybeans goes to a lot of diesel production now.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Diesel and oils. So oils for like manufacturing and oils that go in like auto parts and stuff like that. It's a weird shift. I shouldn't say weird. It's about time they did it. I have a garden at home, however, I do not start anything from seed. I buy the plants from the professionals.
Yeah, my wife ended up abandoning the seeds and ordered some plants online. I'm not sure exactly what you got, but I know for sure she got some bell peppers, some beef tomatoes, and some broccoli.
Very nice.
Yeah. You say get the stuff you eat, right?
Yeah.
So we definitely eat tomatoes. We definitely eat broccoli and bell peppers. I like the red ones the best.
Yeah, no, I agree on that.
I've never been a fan of the green ones, really.
Not many people are. Everyone says they burp from them.
And they do put them on a lot of stuff, though, which is strange to me. Why? Because, I mean...
A fun fact for your red pepper starts out green.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, as long as you know that.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for it to turn red if you want to be red.
Yes, I did know that, because we did actually have some last year.
You probably looked at them like, what is happening?
Yeah, why is it coming out green? Actually, but I kind of thought maybe that might happen because we have had
like tomatoes are the same way.
Jalapenos, yeah.
Yep, jalapenos.
And they, I knew that they started out green as well, and then if you leave them on long enough, they'll turn red and less hot and more sweet, from what I understand.
Yep.
But I kind of like the heat. You've been doing a garden long?
Yeah, kind of forever.
Okay.
It's not very big, but I get a lot out of it, that's for sure. Sometimes more than I think I need. I've been trading my parents' green beans that I processed and froze last summer for meat that they had.
Okay. Yeah, I made my wife a raised garden last year, a U-shaped. It's about 2.5, 3 feet off the ground.
Yeah, the raised beds are really popular. I do mine right in the ground just because I'm not around often enough, I think, to water it. Where I live, it gets fairly dry. So like the raised ones, you sometimes have to water them more because they're more frequent to dry out than like in the ground. They can those roots can dig for stored water.
Okay.
So that's just my problem with doing the raised beds. Although the raised beds always look prettier.
What have you found the easiest to grow? Besides tomatoes. Because they grow anywhere.
Green beans.
Beans, okay.
It's like the most low maintenance thing. Doesn't get bugs or insects or diseases. So
Yeah, my wife tried some. They were a green beanish thing, but they didn't need to be on a trellis or anything.
okay, yeah, like a bush. They're called like a bush bean.
Yeah, they didn't work out very well.
Oh no. It might be a little too warm down here, depending when you plant them. I'm not sure. Grow a lot of lettuce, stuff like that.
Yeah, she grew some lettuce last year. She took one bite of it, and I think it was a romaine.
It was probably bitter.
It was way bitter.
Yeah. I start mine outside really young. So I started mine like a month ago, and I put under because I get frost still until like Mother's Day.
Okay.
I don't know what they call like a frost blanket, but usually for me by the second, third week of June, it just all goes bitter because it gets too hot.
Too hot. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's the issue. Yeah, you can give them a hard time about one of the subjects that is on there.
I'd be like, so you mean you didn't always work in ag?
He was telling me the reason he was using Rideshare. It's a little bit interesting story.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Absolutely my pleasure.
I appreciate it.
Enjoy South Carolina.
I will try to, as long as it doesn't get too hot. I don't like when it's hot here.